Hey all, so today we're going to take a look at the SKB Roto-X cases for snare, toms, and bass drums. I've actually been using SKB cases for quite a long time, but I also just picked up a couple new cases recently. So we're going to look at both the build quality of the cases straight out of the box, plus what to expect as the cases age. So while the SKB cases are one of the more expensive options, they are extremely well designed and constructed, as we'll see in a minute. If you're looking for a case that you're going to want to be able to get that's going to last you a long time, that you're not going to have to upgrade down the road, these are the cases you're going to want to check out. So let's start with the general design. Again, SKB calls these the Roto-X cases, and that's because it has this kind of X style look on the front of the case. But that X is not just so it looks cool. It actually has a big functional part to the case. That design, that kind of lift part of the X, it's in the same position, the same kind of size across every single size case they make, across the snare and the toms and the bass drum. And the bottom part receives that lift. So what is the whole point of this? Well, it allows you to stack all your cases up without fear of them easily falling over. If that wasn't there, if it was just a smooth surface on every single case, it would be much easier for someone to accidentally, give your toms a little push as they're all stacked up. But this way, it actually would take a lot more effort. There's no fear of anything accidental happening. And I've used these cases stacked on dozens and dozens of gigs. I've never had a problem there. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I did just pick up a couple new cases. I have a new drum set that's coming in, and they have some different sizes, so I need new cases. But I also have some existing cases, those I've had for maybe 12 or 13 years. I can tell you that the design of the cases are completely unchanged over that period of time, which is actually really good. It means that if you buy cases now and you buy cases down the road, you're not going to have any problems with them, not functioning together. Like that stacking design is going to be okay as you add more cases. Now, in addition to the cases being stackable, they're also nestable. In other words, when my drums are not in the cases, I put all the cases inside of each other, kind of like Russian dolls. I fit my 4 toms, they all go inside of my bass drum. In case you're wondering, I have my 4 tom sizes are 10, 12, 14, 16, all fast tom depths. If you had some odd number toms, like a 12, 13 sort of thing going on, then you might run into some problems. But if you've got all even number toms, then you're going to be good to go. My snare drum, unfortunately, does not fit into this equation. I have to leave that outside the case. Also, if you have legs on your floor toms, those will probably have to be left out of the case as well. Now, for my older cases with my older drum set here, they fit very well. It has a very snug fit to them. If I were to take one of the tom cases and kind of give it a shake, there's not a whole lot of give. And based on the design, it fits the mount part of the tom in with the case as well. So you don't have to worry about unmounting it from its grip. SKB, they do have a fairly wide range of case sizes, which is good, but there are some limitations. On their 8-inch tom, for 8-inch diameter, it only comes in one depth, also 8 inches. The tom I'm getting is going to be a 7-inch depth, which is a fast tom size. That's the kind of the normal depth nowadays. So I envision it's not going to fit as snug as some of my other tom cases. Also, I don't believe they have any cases smaller than 8 inches in diameter. So if you had a 6-inch tom, you'd have to get the 8-inch case to go with that. Note that I did do a quick test of trying to put my new 8-inch tom case into my old 10-inch tom case, and that does nest as well. I can do the Russian doll thing with that as well. But because it is a little bit deeper, it is a little bit tighter of a fit, but it still fits. Back to some of the features of the cases. They have these little feet that are kind of on the side. So if you were to stand them on their side, they stand perfectly straight up. In addition to that, if you then were to lift the handle would also stand straight up, which is really nice. You don't have to worry about things falling over on you. Speaking of the handle, it has this little rubber grip that's on it, which I can tell you that is actually very comfortable. When you're moving these cases around, your hands aren't going to hurt on you. Inside the cases, you'll find that there's some lining. There's lining on the sides, all the way around. There's lining on the bottom, and on the inside of the cap, right, the inside of the top part, there's lining there as well. This is all to help prevent your drums from scratching during transportation. The lining actually works pretty well, but there are some issues that you'll find. In my case, the linings actually has been peeling off a bit. On my toms, just a little bit, not too bad, but on the bass drum, it's actually been peeling quite a lot. This is probably because every time I go to put the bass drum in, the hardware that's attached to that kick, right, the legs and the tom mount that's on the bass drum, it tends to snag on that lining a little bit, so it kind of starts to tear down a little bit. If your bass drum doesn't have one of those tom mounts, I'm guessing you'll probably actually have a little bit better luck getting it in the case without it snagging. Okay, last but not least, the strap and the clip. The strap is extremely well made. It's really heavy duty. I don't even have any fraying on any of the straps for my drum cases. The clips, on the other hand, you may run into some problems. I have 6 cases, which, as I said, I've had for a dozen-ish years, and I've had clips break on me twice during that time frame. The good news, though, is that if you buy these cases new, SKB, they have those cases come with a lifetime warranty to the original purchaser. So in my case, I kind of raised up to SKB. I said, oh, hey guys, my clips broke. And they actually sent me free replacement clips, which I thought was pretty cool. So to recap, these cases are going to last you years and years, supported by SKB's lifetime warranty. They're extremely well designed, extremely well built, and absent of some minor wear and tear issues that you'll come across, you're not going to have to spend any time worrying about them. If you guys are interested in checking out some other gear related videos, then don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out. Until next time, peace.